There we go. Welcome to our YouTube live stream. Today, we will delve into the mystery of Floridaman, who is the subject of a collection of news stories, but multiple people who have done crazier things than you can even dream of. He's not a superhero or a supervillain, he just doesn't give a fox. And stories of its exploits continue to baffle people around the world. Is it the climate? Is it the illicit moonrocks? Do these stories happen elsewhere? These questions we will answer when we talk about our Floridaman sightings. And before we do that, who are we? I am Wistmore, resident Floridaman cryptid with Wisteria.
Hello, hi. I just came back from Florida so I can report on stuff, but I'm not in Florida anymore. I'm in the hub of weird. I'm in the heart of Transylvania.
Yes, also our resident cute Romanian trickster.
Oh, well.
And I've worked in some Romanian jokes in here. Be prepared.
Okay. Can I rate them?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Anybody can rate them.
You said that it's like around the world kind of thing, and I wanted to insert the song with "Around the World, Around the World."
Do a
Get
dance for us?
copyright strike. Yeah, no, not today.
All right, so I guess we'll get straight into the content here as soon as I figure out my buttons. Hey, look at that.
You're pushing your own buttons.
Yep. So we're going to start off with some Floridaman sightings in the news. Oh, I got to screen share with you.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I thought we were all prepared, but some things left undone.
Some things just never change.
There we go. All right. Here's the first news story for the day. This is probably the epitome of Floridaman sighting.
A Florida man is facing assault charges after authorities say he threw an alligator through an open Wendy's drive-through window. You heard right. It happened.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Hey, we got Blessed Child.
Hello, blessed child.
Wah.
A boop.
Happened in October, but the suspect was only recently taken into custody. Officials say 23-year-old Joshua James pulled up to the drive-thru for his order, and the server handed over a drink. While the back was turned of the server, James reached into the back of his truck and tossed the 3.5-foot.
So he just had an alligator in the back of his truck.
As one usually does.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like an alligator rack that people have. They just put their alligators on the alligator rack.
So you know how you have a cup holder, even like a cigarette lighter thingy, charger, where you put your coins. You usually put something else there, but you put your coins there. And then you have like this little pouch thing that you put your alligator in. It's like a hammock.
That sounds creative. But you know how we did that story about alligators climbing on trees and climbing fences?
Yeah.
Maybe it just like dropped into the back of this pickup truck and he needed something to do with it.
Sure is a fun explanation.
Throwing alligator. Yeah, take cover.
Gator through the window. James faces charges of aggravated assault and unlawful possession and transportation of an alligator. That is a charge. His parents say the
Whoa, transportation of an alligator is actually illegal here.
So you can't offer them a ride. That's all they need to like walk.
Yeah. So I guess you have to have a license to transport alligators. Who knows? I'm Floridaman and I don't even know these laws.
The incident was a harmless prank that was blown out of proportion.
Just a stupid prank that he did that's now turning into this.
And you definitely believe this was a prank?
Oh, 100%, because he's a prankster. He does stuff like this because he thinks...
Uh-oh. I think we're lighting on cause number 1 of Floridaman, our enjoyment of pranks.
So you think Sprick is from Florida?
Could be. There are a number of prankster cultures around the world, and I think Florida is among them. Anybody who just doesn't give a fox could be a prankster.
I see.
Thinks it's funny.
The Florida Fish and Wildlife was far from amused, though. They used a credit card receipt from the soda James purchased prior to the October incident to track him down in December.
They said, will he cooperate?
Oh, he got caught by the receipts.
I said, absolutely. He's not a bad kid. He's a stupid kid. He did a stupid prank. He had no problem with turning himself in.
And you're saying that he is not a violent person?
Absolutely not. It was a total prank.
Officials say James admitted to picking up the gator on the side of a nearby road and bringing it to the drive-through window. The alligator.
There we go. We got our explanation. He just picked up a hitchhiking gator.
You know how when you're hitchhiking, you're doing that sign? I want to see footage of the alligator doing that sign. Maybe it's like a bit too much to ask.
Maybe with his tail. Just has his tail up.
Mm-hmm. So wait, that was all?
For this story, for this new story.
No. I didn't want to hear the interview of the woman. I want to hear the interview of the alligator. Like, he got thrown into a Wendy's. What did he feel? What did he see? Like, why? Like, I want his side of the story.
Why not, says Blessed Child.
How would you feel if you were thrown in a Wendy's, like through a window, Blessed Child?
Have you ever been behind a fast food counter in the kitchen?
No.
Things,
but I can imagine it.
Things smell better in the dining area than they do back in the kitchen. Because like, you've got like these grease smells and you've got the trash back there. And it doesn't smell as appetizing as it does in the dining area.
It's interesting because, you know, it's like a really tiny counter that separates the land of the good smells from the land of the not so good.
Yeah. Yeah, separated by counter.
It's like they have a thin veil, like we have the veil of dreaming, but they have like the veil of smells.
Blessed Child says, confused, why does Wendy's has pizza? Wait, I can only read part of the chat. Can I make this bigger? Oh, yeah, I missed other parts. Throwing tactical gator. Because I couldn't see the rest of it. Now, give me the bottom. Maybe I should let you cover chat.
Yeah, I can keep up with chat. I'll read it. But yeah, why does Wendy's have pizza?
Wendy's doesn't have pizza. It has no pizza. At one time, it had a taco. Or it might still have a taco salad, but no pizza.
Why did they feel like they would have the expertise on pizza?
Gator was released into a nearby canal. For 11 News Now, I'm Catherine.
There we go. That's all we hear about the gator. It was re-released back into the wild.
And I think within this content, we actually went to a Wendy's.
Did we?
Right?
Yeah, we did. We did late at night.
Yeah, we did.
We did a late night Wendy's drive-through without the alligator.
It was okay, but you know that Wendy's led to us eating late and then us staying up late basically the entire night up until 5 in the morning, us doing like our own little slumber party thing, and we talked and we laughed, and this is when you had your breakdown over the wrapping paper.
Yeah, wrapping paper, wrapping gifts in cardboard.
Yeah. Do you want me to say it?
Sure.
Okay, so I was talking with Wismore and I reminded him of the Christmas special that we did when he wrapped presents. And my mom, I think you're watching. Hi, Mom. You don't have to write anything, just watch, enjoy. She is usually writing to me in Romanian and like a Discord chat, like private chat, asking me like, why is the music so loud, or why are you taking so long with stuff, or just like making comments. And I usually have to keep the giggle in so I don't laugh on stream, because like she says funny stuff sometimes and she doesn't even know. And she asked
I I
like
think she knows. I think she knows she's hilarious.
yeah, well, she's like that all the time, so I don't know, it's like a natural state for her. It's like the Romanian state being. And she asked, can't he use something like cardboard? Maybe he'll have an easier time with it or something.
Yeah, because I was
And
wrapping a present in brown butcher paper, trying to be all
yeah, so
cool,
it
doing a
wasn't
Japanese style gift wrapping.
it wasn't the exact paper that you needed to that, but you were like really set on doing it. And as soon as those edges were like even remotely together, you were like, this is working, this is working. And obviously everyone saw that it wasn't working, but you had faith in it. And it was cute, but you kept going with it, and it was obvious that you were struggling and everyone enjoyed it. And as soon as I told Wismore that, I don't know, that night he lost it. He started laughing, crying, howling. He like turned into like 10 animals apparently, and
Wheezing.
went to the kitchen. Yeah, wheezing at the moon. He went to the kitchen to just like have a cup of water and relax. And when he came back, he cried some more and laughed some more. I think like that was your character arc. That was your breaking moment.
Yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Good times. And so from our first story, we know that drugs weren't involved. Um, it was just a prankster. Now this one, you can kind of see the title. Man allegedly kicked swans in head for karate practice. Now banned from 2 Florida parks. Only 2.
You know, this is I prepared more like memes where we read headlines, and you already like erased 2 of them.
Oh no.
You're doing like a list of like trying to, because we didn't like look over them, but you already picked this content. And I'm slowly going through the file, deleting.
Well, now those memes might make more sense.
I know, but like in terms of content, we have no content.
We have plenty of content. Here it goes.
A man has been banned from 2 Florida parks and charged with cruelty to animals after allegedly kicking several swans in the head for karate practice. CBS affiliate WKMG in Orlando reports. Rocco Mantel.
Floridaman is a martial artist. Martial arts appears in a number of news stories, from katana wielding to duck karate.
Was seen by multiple witnesses at Lake Eola, allegedly attacking the swans as well as a sleeping duck on April 26th. Police.
Not the duck.
A sleeping duck.
Oh no, it like took it by surprise.
Yeah, ninja ambush. Sleeping duck.
I want to test the theory. Did you ever do martial arts?
Yes.
I rest my case.
I have never attacked swans, ducks, waterfowl, or any other animal.
No, I just wanted to see if it's like the default activity that if you live in Florida, you send your kid to martial arts. You don't do anything else. Like, you don't break tradition. It's like that kid grows up and you're like, kid, it's time. And he's like, I don't like martial arts. And you'd be like, it is the way of things here.
I do think martial arts adds to our wild nature.
Were called in to stop Mantella, who was allegedly hitting the swans, quote, as hard as possible. Matt Uris for CBS.
We do not promote animal cruelty. This is just a Floridaman story.
Miami.com.
Wow, that was it.
A man has been.
Are the ducks okay?
They didn't even bother to tell us if the ducks were okay, or the swans. The last
call
one.
like a vet or something? Because they were hit with a katana.
No, not katana. He was doing kicks. karate
Oh,
kicks, testing out
I
his.
thought like every martial art thing uses like swings a katana around.
No. Poor swans, yes. Alright, now I'm gonna switch over to TikToks. While this man stares into your souls.
He does have the shave lamp energy.
Yes. Alright, this one's my favorite.
For a number of reasons.
I had to include this one.
Hey, buddy, you alright? Yeah. Are you just eating cheesecake in the middle of the Everglades? Yeah.
And
Isn't this the same place where alligators would be?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And I feel like I know this guy. I feel like I've known this guy for my whole life. Because one of my friends could be this guy.
I have another meme that it could be your friend. But we'll see. Like everything ties in together. He might just like hide in your house.
I think
This
he
entire
does.
time. Yeah. He's not even hiding. He's like right there in the kitchen making a sandwich.
Making a
With
tuna fish sandwich.
yeah, and like opening the tuna can, like throwing it in the air and swishing, not swinging at it with a katana.
Yeah. Do you want to tell our Floridaman sighting, our own personal one with Tuna the raccoon?
Yes. So I was in the kitchen putting the groceries that we just bought away in the fridge, and I had the door wide open, and our friend um, just got in the driveway and was like, "Quick, Wisteria, come here, come check this out." And I'm like, "Okay, it's either a lizard, a plant, or I don't care." And I like wobbled there, and he was like, "Check out, that's a raccoon." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm seeing my first raccoon." And he was walking across the garden and started to like climb and drag his butt up a tree because he was like quite a chunky guy. And he climbed around and around, and then you came out, and we were all looking as he buried himself in this I don't know, like a
Hole in the
hole in
tree.
the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we kind of
It was about
circled the garden.
20 feet up in the air.
Yeah, and we were looking from the street. We weren't even in the garden anymore. And your neighbor came out, and we were looking at it. And then your Florida friend, the Floridaman contender, said, I know what to do because I'm a professional. Like, my mom deals with this stuff. So she was like the Florida woman before she gave birth to the Florida child. And she said that the best way to catch, entice, treat raccoons is with tuna for some reason. And he ran inside the house, and I'm like, okay, he's grabbing his phone or something. No, he grabbed a stick at first, and he poked it with like the empty stick, and then he grabbed some bread and poked it with the bread, and then he was like, no, I'm gonna put some tuna between the bread and make a sandwich.
Yeah,
And he
so
made this sandwich, and it
we
was
have
stinging.
bamboo growing naturally here. And we have a collection of large bamboo sticks to do fun things with. That's all I'll say. And so we had one just laying around in the yard, and it's hollow down the middle. So he made a tuna sandwich fit in the end of this long bamboo pole. And I'll let you continue.
Yeah, so the bowl itself, it was like a hollow one, at least at that end. And he stuck this sandwich thingy like a scroll, like a roll, like a something. And he was like, okay, ready to go. The entire garden was smelling like tuna, the street like tuna and everything. He climbed on the fence, which was already leaning, but he said that it's from the rain. It's not from him climbing on the tree and being like a fully grown man weighing on that fence thingy. Mm, just like already not being properly put in the ground. And he started poking the raccoon. Now, mind you, the raccoon was turned with its butt towards us. So basically, he was poking it in its butt. And then it turned a bit sideways, and he was like really shoving the sandwich in its ribs. So that raccoon was really smeared by all the tuna. And I'm like, maybe you're trying to get his face, because I bet he can't eat when like he has something shoved between his ribs.
Yeah,
And
and you can definitely smell it by now.
yeah, my extremely Eastern European observation caught everyone, off guard, and he was like, "That's a good idea." And that creature turned, and your friend was just shoving that tuna in his face, like he was just like, "Here, have it," and he was smearing it all over him. And you can see that raccoon just having the worst time of his life. Because he got the tuna massage, and from that we named the raccoon Tuna. And it didn't eat the sandwich. The sandwich fell from its bowl, and your friend kind of gave up. But he was like doing parkour and everything while climbing, just so like he can do the whole stunt. And I was standing there like a visitor, a tourist, just being like, this is how the news of Floridaman caught this and this and that. Like, this is how it starts, bro. It's like a normal man, a normal day, and you think everything is normal until they grab a bamboo stick. And I thought it was wild. Now, I think you got a few pictures of the raccoon, but only it was the tail hanging from that hole. So it was like
Yeah.
uh, entertaining enough. I saw the entire raccoon, but he was just like standing there. And I think like during the night he ate the sandwich, so it was not on the ground anymore. And the next morning I was doing a video call with my mom. Hi, mom. And I was in the garden. I had to say, I have felt this whiff, like a breeze coming towards me, and it smelled like tuna. And I feel extremely jump scared now. Every time I smell tuna, I want to look like behind my back because I feel like there would be a raccoon there.
Yeah, I've got a couple of tangential stories to add. I was reading about raccoons in Germany that were introduced. I try to remember exactly why they were introduced to Germany, but they started multiplying like crazy, and now you guys have European raccoons. I don't think they escaped or anything. They were just like brought there for a reason that I can't remember. I wish I had remembered. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started the story. Um, and I see another thread is a Florida man enjoys wildlife. So gators, raccoons. We have the uh, martial arts, wildlife, and pranksters kind of all come together to make Florida man who he is. What do you think?
You know, there are different cryptids that get attracted to something. Fairies have their UFO candy, and then Mothman has its light bulbs in front porch lights, and then Florida Man has either the melee weapons,
Mm-hmm.
um, drive-throughs, any place that will have wild animals, somewhat contained but easily accessible, and just about anywhere that has like security camera that they can, have it all set up there. I feel like they are streamers, like they want to stream down, like deep down their heart, but they don't want to do the whole setup thing. They're more like spontaneous, so they just find a place that they'll be seen and will be put on the news, and they do their thing. I think like it's a performance.
This guy was out in the middle of the Everglades, just eating a
Yeah.
cheesecake. But yeah, I think it's not necessarily performative. They're just having their own fun.
I think when you're doing something like this, you're in the middle of the Everglades, naked, eating cheesecake. You can be eaten by a alligator. It's like the circle of life there, and someone catches you, and you're not expecting to be filmed. It's just this thing like you would do this without the knowledge of being filmed. That just means that you're doing it from the bottom of your heart with all your will, because it's like when you donate a huge sum of money to an organization and you want to be anonymous, you don't want to appear on the news, you just want to do your thing, be good, and that's it. You don't want clout. And they don't want clout. They do this from the goodness of their own heart, just so we can have some joy in life.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I feel like it's a community service for Florida.
Let's see if our theories hold true as we go through these.
Hey guys, I'm in the Florida Everglades balancing on this slippery log. Check this out. There's an alligator right underneath me. Hopefully I don't fall. He doesn't know I'm here yet. Juicy bullfrog. Yoink. What do you have to say for yourself, mister? He is letting me hear it. Right here we got a yellow rat snake. They're a great native snake that we have here in the Everglades. He gave me a little kiss. Love these guys so much. Glad I could get him out of the road safely. I'm on a stroll looking for that 20-foot Burmese python. This alligator kept biting into the mud. I was wondering what he's doing. Turns out he's grabbing fish out of the grass. Really cool to see this feeding behavior. I ended up leaving him alone and letting...
Yeah, I think characters like Crocodile Hunter Dundee, what was Stephen Irwing? What was his name? Was he the Crocodile Hunter?
No, it was like the rescuer.
Yeah. I don't remember what his stage name was, but they would be honorary Floridamen if they lived in Florida. So I think these characteristics do extend beyond the state of Florida.
So you think that you can have this like Florida rehabilitation program where there are weird people around the world that they can contribute to the community and just come to Florida and try to do their best to be the Floridaman?
I do
Like
think
it's an open spot.
I do think that happens because Florida wasn't really most of it wasn't civilized until like the 1950s and 60s when there was a really big like building growth. Like anywhere in South Florida was pretty much the Everglades. And there are natives to Florida, but I think the majority of people in Florida are from outside of the state. So it's been a big sort of intercontinental boiling pot.
I see.
Yeah, we have people from all over, not just the US, but all over the world. And a lot of people from other states do live in Florida and have made it their home.
Like
So,
I was about to make it my own home because I feel such like home,
yeah, and I
I
don't
want
think it's genetic. I think it's something that happens when you're here.
No, I think it's like I don't know, like a program. Like you need to observe life under a Floridaman, full PhD, and you're like a little apprentice, and you live and learn that sometimes you just have to grab a stick and be wild.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to see that confidence firsthand for it to sink into your pores, and then you have to like get it out of your system at some point. Do you think I became a bit more Florida ever since I got there?
I think your fears of Florida definitely washed away very quickly
I
because
see.
you heard all these stories about alligators and strange large animals, snakes, scary creatures, large insects, and it wasn't so bad when you got here.
Yeah, the creature that actually had contact with was our pet lizard, the Drake. So he was good. He was, I think the starter pack of let's get you used to Florida. He's
Yeah.
like the training wheels of alligators.
So Big Drake is this little anole. That's the type of lizard it's called. Going to Florida to get a pet alligator. Yeah, they do sell them in the shops here.
Yeah, I saw an albino one and a normal one. They were just like chilling.
Yeah, in a pet store. But
Yeah.
he wasn't for sale. He was just for show. But yeah, we have all of these tiny green lizards that come out during the spring, and they really like infest the yard. Like they scatter whenever you walking through the grass, and there's just tons of them during the spring. But I grew up with them. I kept some as pets. Um,
You were
and
making them bite down on your earlobes.
yeah, I've worn them as earrings.
That was like your jewels. That was your drip.
Yep, as a little boy. It
I
was
see.
it was a little Florida boy scaring the girls with lizard earrings.
Oh, because you don't do it anymore, right?
Correct.
You didn't have the time to do it with me, right?
Those little lizards are hard to catch. They're very fast.
And how come if they're hard to catch, they catch on your ear?
Well,
Because I don't do it.
I was a very adept little boy.
Okay, so you were really agile and fast.
Yeah. I had lots of experience catching lizards too.
I see. It's like on your lunch break after you're done eating, which is like super fast and everything. You're like, okay, now what? And you train your like um wild side by catching lizards. This is how you keep in shape.
Yeah, and it's something I could just do in the backyard. Catching wildlife.
Yeah, the only lizard I caught was like the fried one behind the bookshop.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so a little bit of
Yeah.
backstory. Big Drake doesn't live in a cage. He's actually a stray lizard that just found his way into the house and set up his home amongst my plant area. And I have a big collection of plants, and he likes to chill on one of my bonsais.
And we keep adding to those plants, by the way.
Yeah, and we even got some mealworms to lay out for him to eat to make sure he doesn't starve.
Yeah, I thought that if we would let him loose in the wild, he was inside for so long that if I was almost able to catch a glass, he just like lost his way of surviving. Cause like I'm kind of slow, so it's gotten bad, and I wanted to feed him at least. So we got some dried worms, and he's been eating like 2 a day in the last few days that I was there, and he got hefty.
Yeah, and normally what happens when a lizard gets caught inside is they eventually starve, and then you find their desiccated corpse somewhere, which we did find one, but we're making sure that now we know where Drake lives, that he has good access to food if he can't find any bugs to eat off the plants.
I dare say that the lizard that we found was next to your really warm lights that you have for an exotic plant, and he fell into the lights and I got fried.
That's a possibility, but I
Like
think
it was crisp, like
that's how they turn out though. They just dry out. Um, yeah, okay. Let's see what else this guy's doing with alligators.
Letting him do his thing. Later, I hooted up these barred owls. Listen. You guys don't know by now, I can talk to animals. Ended up giving this one a juicy rat. Don't ask how I did all that, but he's happy now. Love you, buddy. You better love me back. Check out this leopard frog.
Yeah, we got all kinds of cool wildlife. And one thing that I've never seen before is we had this like 4 foot tall big white crane just wandering around the neighborhood.
yeah, he was walking home a child.
Yeah, or following, whichever.
He could have been a child predator. No one would bet an eye.
Yeah, I don't think Crane could have done anything to Kid except for steal his lunch.
Yeah, maybe the crane was a bully. Or maybe the kid was talking to the crane like he's getting bullied at school, and the crane would show up and peck the bully's eyes out.
I see a guardian crane.
Oh, that's like, you know how you have your familiar or your guardian angel, your spirit animal?
Yeah.
That kid was just like having its Disney princess moment.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and he was eyeing this house like 2 days in a row. He was just like standing there, scraping the ground with his foot, and I'm like, he's gonna charge in there. He's like thinking of how to break in.
So we have smeared tuna on our guardian animal.
That's not ours. That's your friend's guardian animal. You're gonna show up in the night and murder him. I sent you the drawing that I did to commemorate the whole thing. I
Oh, you
censored
did?
stuff so you can put it on stream. Yeah, I just sent it to Wismore
Okay. I'll
on
do that.
Discord. Yeah. So I liked it so much, and I did this whole illustration thing, which is of our raccoon tuna and a tuna can and the pole and everything. And he named himself Delivery Guy of the Year because if you want a sandwich and you're stuck in your hole, in your house, in your whatever, and the delivery guy like tries his best to get your sandwich to you, I think like the best way to just actually get it like on you is by sticking it between its ribs. So I think like he did a good job.
Yeah, and there he
He
is,
went above
answering
and
the
beyond.
call.
Yeah. He's like at a local deli.
Good content. Thank you.
Oh, and we actually printed this, and it was like within the time that we got home, I was in a gremlin mood. I was like, I want to do something nice, and and I drew this quick. And we grabbed one of his frames because this is like how you do stuff. You frame memes with their own frames. And we wanted to put it somewhere that he would find it. I'm like, where do I put it? Because he's kind of like oblivious to everything that is around him. So I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the shower. I'm like, maybe he gets home and he doesn't take a shower, and it's gonna take like days until he finds it out. I'm gonna put it on his toilet because like he might use it at some point, right? Right.
Yeah, it's likely.
Yeah, and you added this nice touch of adding an actual can of tuna, like it would be a tomb with like
A
a
sh-
curse, but
or
it's like
a
a
shrine,
toilet. Yeah, a
a toilet
shrine.
shrine.
Yeah, but you made it so pretty and everything, and I took a picture of it.
Oh, look, we've got Nessa in chat.
Oh, hello.
So
It's me, a Mario.
good to have you, Nessa. We're sharing our own personal Florida man stories.
Yeah, we are having some Florida Man laughs, and we're gonna do an interactive game to see which Florida Man are you.
Yeah, and we've got memes coming up too.
Yeah, we have Florida Man memes.
Yeah, so far we're just kind of exploring the Florida man phenomenon through videos and sharing our own stories. So glad to have you. And back on with spirit animals,
I've seen a lot of things in my life.
guardian animals. You saw a possum while you were here.
Yes, and while we were hanging out in the room, just like having a good old time, you had this song going on that, I had this thing wherever I was there, people have a southern accent, and I was like, what are they saying? It took me a minute for me to understand, but that song didn't have a southern accent, and I kept hearing that they're saying Possum Nation.
The real words was fascination, but once you said possum nation, that's all I could hear.
Yeah, and I ruined the song for Wismore just like I did with the Peach Rooster. And oh, can I tell the story of the paint with the cat lady?
Sure, I'd love to hear it. I'm not sure what this is about.
Yeah, so we were at Lowe's picking up some paint. Lowe's is like Home Depot, but like American. Home Depot is too, but people don't know what Lowe's is. And we grabbed some paint and everything, and as we were waiting it for it to mix,
Oh, okay.
I overheard this employee like say something where he was whispering. He was like asking for like a cleaning up kit, and because like a lady called and something about her cat, and she wasn't sure if she needs to call here or at the vet, because how do you even get out paint from fur? And I'm like, oh no, this lady spilled paint on her cat, and she was like calling the store obviously because she wanted like a refund on the fur, on the paint, on the something, or she needed to call the store. Maybe they had some like paint remover for cat fur or something. No, it was like she spilled the whole paint bucket in the parking lot because you saw they needed a cleaning up kit, and I just misheard it in the worst possible way, and you had to like stop before you went on the road for a bit in the parking lot because you were laughing so hard, and it just created this trend of me mishearing stuff and being quite shocked about it and turning to his mom and be like, "Did you hear what they said?" And it was like I was almost half deaf, but making up my own stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure the world in your mind is much more hilarious than what's actually happening around you.
Yeah, because I'm actually it's the way I comprehend the world that is like the best. Yeah, so like even when you say something to me and I couldn't like exactly hear it, I'll be like, okay. And if you see me have a weird reaction, it's usually because I misheard you.
But yes, Nessa, put us on the big screen. Broadcast us to the whole house.
Yeah,
Crank up the volume.
you need to see the Possum Nation in here.
Yeah, so here's this guy with just a pet possum in a convenience store.
Oh yeah, you pet them. Same thing.
Really?
Yeah, it won't bite.
I've never petted a possum.
Their hair is like really stringy.
Oh, very soft.
And these are really common around here. We had one in our backyard. Well,
Yeah, he
Mr.
was
here.
drug dealing with the local cats.
Yeah, there was something going on between the cat and this possum in a dark alley.
I made the connection because you said that possums hiss like cats,
Mhm.
and cats hiss, and the cat hissed before we got there, and then the possum went away, and I was like, if they hiss at each other, maybe they can understand each other. Therefore, like, it's not such a language barrier. And you were like, maybe you're onto something.
Yeah, and
Because the possum was eating cat food.
yeah, our neighbor's cat food was sneaking in. The possum was sneaking in the cat door to eat the cat food. Dogs are alligators and cats are possums now. There you go. That's how
I
it
can
works.
see it. Yeah. I haven't seen stray dogs, but I haven't seen stray alligators either. But you took me to the nice places too, so I don't think you have stray alligators just about anywhere.
Yeah, we did make a trip to the river to hopefully see dolphins or alligators or manatees.
It was kind of late. Maybe they were at the Wendy's drive-thru.
Yeah.
And then it was like during a marketing, like farmers market and artist market combined, and it was so loud that I kind of didn't want to be there for long. So I bet like they didn't either.
True.
Very stringy hair.
What is your name?
Piglet.
Hi.
Stringy hair is one way to put it. It's like their whole fur is made of whiskers. They're very rough.
Piglet.
I thought it was a girl at first, and we found it as a boy. But I've had him for 6 months now. I had him since he was a...
You know, I've seen a...
I like how you appreciated every other animal, the beansies that are pink, but with them they have little sausages. They don't have the beans; they just have the fingers that don't have the fur, and it's super cute. It's like little hot dogs.
Yeah, there we go. They got some nice set of claws, but nice and dainty claws.
Yeah, they're like princess claws.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why he thought it was a female. Just pretty nails.
Nessa says, yes, boosting the TV up to 100. Me and all my block, I think, like neighbors shall enjoy the stream. See, this is how you spread the Floridaman love.
Yes.
Thank you, Nessa.
This is how a stream should be enjoyed by the whole neighborhood.
Me proceeds to scream. No.
Alright, so this dude just has an alligator hanging out in front of his shop. He picks it up with a towel. Wait, he's wearing a t-shirt.
He's the mascot.
Did he have
He's
a
like
t-shirt on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it has sleeves.
So,
he's an employee. He's a part-time employee.
yeah, okay. So I guess he just hangs out outside.
I can see I want to go to this place. I can see on the window they have key lime pie and an alligator in a t-shirt. I want to see this place.
I have cheesecakes, coconut patties. Oh, this does sound good. Florida handcrafted stuff, I guess. Gator jerky,
Okay.
local honey, saltwater taffy, and Tortuga and tropical something.
Dare I say this is our next date place?
Yeah, I figure out where this is.
It has a name there.
That's a different shop. There's a Ron
Yeah, but
John
like
surf shop next to it.
you can search by the shops next to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the address on this part.
It's just called key lime pie.
That would definitely make a difficult internet search.
Yeah, okay. But like key lime pie next to something else.
Yeah, and you can get gator tail here. We went to a seafood joint where gator tail was on the menu along with frog legs, but we didn't have any. I
chickened out.
I was introducing her to Southern cooking and Southern seafood. So there was a lot of other things to explore on the menu.
So we got scallops and shrimp and fish. I don't know what kind of fish it was. And these clam strips.
It was a pollock.
And okay, yeah, pollock then. There was like something else. I don't know. I don't think it had squid though.
We had crab
And
meat. It was like a crab meat cake and clam strips.
hush
Yeah.
puppies. We had hush puppies.
Yeah, so there was a lot to introduce her to before we got to the gator tail and frog legs.
Yeah, and by the time I got to the gator tail and frog legs, I was super hungry that day. So I was like, can we eat something that I can actually like eat and not just nibble on? And then I said, like, next trip, for sure, is gonna be the first thing I eat, which it's not really wise because the flight is long, the travel is long, and when I get there, I'm usually dizzy, a bit confused, extremely tired, extremely missing you, and then I'm gonna have like alligator tail, which I don't want to promise.
So that'll be a perfect first meal. Give you alligator tail because you're so hungry. You'll eat anything.
Yeah, and I'm so like shaken up by the road and like confused, and yeah, so it will be an interesting thing. We can vlog it or something.
Make it the second thing says Uliu. Uliu.
Uliu. This is like you know how you have specific things to English or Romanian when you say "oh" and "wow" and you know the sounds that you make. In Romanian, we have this thing when you say "uliu," and it's like a really countryside way of saying "oh no."
That's very cute.
And "uliu" also means like a hawk. Yeah, it's a hawk. Yeah, Vanessa.
Okay, so it's somewhat cool, somewhat uwu.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there where it has an L. It takes the L.
Gotcha.
3, 2, 1. Sean, what are you doing?
This here is a little mullet, and this is a little mullet.
Yeah, so he's got a mullet, which is a hairstyle, and he is attached a mullet fish onto his mullet, and he's about to go fishing with his mullets.
Finger mullet.
I'm putting a
So it's
mullet
like
on the
mullet inception.
Yeah.
mullet, and I'm gonna dive in.
Where you diving?
And catch a fish in the water.
What? You gonna catch a fish?
In the water. Nothing up my sleeve.
I swear people like this are built differently. Like their brain is wired differently. And I want a brain scientist to do their research on it.
Yeah, there are no illicit drugs involved, not even alcohol. This is just a man having fun.
Yeah, this is like waking up, having a coffee, and like going on his wild ride in life. This is how people live there. This is basically how YouTubers that do crazy pranks and challenges and everything, they aspire to be as creative as Floridaman, but they never will.
Yeah, they're just living.
Yeah. I like how they never try to set it up or like do fancy camera work or anything. They just live and someone might capture it, might not. A lot of things happen without the camera. And it's just, you have to wonder what it is out there.
Yeah, the whole tuna story. didn't get captured.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff happens every day.
But I did want to capture it within my drawing so it will forever live in your house. Maybe we can do prints of it.
Yeah, I like what you did with it.
Show it to Nessa too, because she didn't see it.
Yeah, there you go. Oops. Nessa says, man, if I go in big baggy sweatpants to buy a carton of milk, they look at me like I killed someone here. It is 10 p.m. and I just want milk for my cereal. Leave me alone, lady. Well, yeah, you should have an alligator on your shoulder and everybody will leave you alone.
Yeah, because the first few days that I got there, I saw legit someone walking out in Crocs and PJ pants, like the fleece ones, and a really beat up T-shirt. And it was obvious that they just got out of bed. Which I have this rule: if I get in bed, I'm hungry. I usually get in bed because once I'm in bed, I don't want to get out to go eat. And these people are like really, hungry or determined because they are getting out of the comfy bed to go all the way to some grocery store or restaurant in their PJs
Yeah, I
to
think it's
buy food.
actually a new fashion trend because we saw that thing with the sleeping caps. That's what that silk thing was on everybody's head.
Yeah.
So it was a sleeping cap, and then they go out in their
Have their
PJs
food and go back home in
and
the bed.
slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not uncommon to see people in their PJs, slippers,
You
and
know what I
sleeping
want to
cap.
see? A fashion show, but like a really fancy bougie one. But instead of like actual fashion, I want to see all the street fashion that is like PJs and crazy stuff mismatched from like Florida streets.
Yeah, somebody needs to do that.
So you would buy tickets for that? I know you aren't really into fashion, but you would like to sit there and eat and just dine and have this experience to see this kind of fashion.
I think I need to let you in on a secret.
Oh.
I'm into fashion.
How could you? And to what kind of fashion?
I just enjoy fashion. Maybe I shouldn't share the TLC shows that I used to enjoy, but yeah, I enjoy fashion.
Tell me. Do it.
Project Runway. I enjoyed watching that. Where
Okay.
they have like these fashion designers, like 10 fashion designers, and they get whittled down to the top one who gets to go to Fashion Week. It's a reality TV show, and I enjoyed.
Good flashy kind.
Yeah, I enjoyed some of those. Some of them were god awful, and I think that was part of the show too, getting on the
Yeah,
crazy
well,
ones.
you like watch until it gets awful, and then you're like, okay, I'm really into this. Did you like America's Next Top Model? Because they did fashion too.
There was somebody in my family that watched it, so I'm familiar with what went on, but it wasn't something that I watched on my own.
Okay, and then the Say Yes to the Dress.
No, I don't know that one.
And there was this one when they would take people and do makeovers for them, like makeup and hair and everything, and they would be like, yeah, I'm really feeling this. Like, I really feel like a new person. Or they would go through all the trouble and be like, I want to go back to my Crocs, man. I'm not feeling it. And the designers and the stylists would be so disappointed. It's like it was a pair, like him and her kind of stylist, and they were trying their best, and some clients were having none of it.
Yeah, I think I like Project Runway the best because it like has actual runway fashion, everyday fashion, or even fashion glow-ups don't really tickle that itch.
So it is like a fun fact about you that you actually enjoy fashion. I'm extremely surprised. I still learn things about you every day besides like your ever-changing name. But we'll get into the story later.
Maybe not.
So, okay. No, like this changing name was in like I always see your name is misspelled and then your name is this and then someone calls you by a nickname and I'm like I need to keep up with everything, and at this point I think you have like past 25 names that I need to remember.
Too many
It's like
secrets.
all nicknames and secret identities.
Yeah, back
So
to
back to
Florida
my
Man.
story.
Sharks and shit.
No. I want to say something.
Okay.
You are into fashion, and
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm like, okay, cool. So you watch TOC, but like the fashion side, and you wouldn't say that I'm like deep into cooking, like really, really into cooking. But I actually enjoy this. So like growing up, I watched Cake Boss and the Cake Bake Off thing, the everything that was involving cooking. I really enjoyed MasterChef and like cooking shows, but they were like the pressure and a bit of swearing thrown in, and someone was throwing a bowl of some stuff around, and I was really into that. So like there you go. You're into fashion, I'm into the cooking shows that have a bit of drama and a bit of spice.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do some custom leggings on
I
Redbubble.
see. And that's what I wanted to. You know how they have designer cupcakes where it's like a specific buttercream and then the swirlies and then the add-ons and everything. Floridaman themed cupcake.
Is Whist like Perry the Platypus, Herbie?
Yeah, he is. Like he wears a ton of hats.
I see, I see.
but he doesn't do the platypus noise, the little grr thing. He does dolphin noises.
All right, you guys want to see if this man catches a fish
Yeah.
Yeah,
with his
that's what I was
mullets?
told. There's like bull sharks and other like, you know,
Oh, there's bull sharks in that water.
alligators and stuff.
Is that bad?
Bull sharks.
They
I'm trying to remember. It's the nurse sharks that are friendly and they won't bother you. Bull sharks, I think, are more aggressive. So
Okay.
that's not good. And they live in rivers.
I see.
Alright.
Here goes.
Yeah.
Will he ever come back?
Yeah.
What?
What?
That's how we do it.
What?
That's how we do it.
Can you imagine sitting down with your family at dinner and they're like, wow, so this is like really great fish, and you'd be like, yeah, I caught it with my hair.
Yeah.
Would that, I don't know, turn you away from the dinner table or make you more enticed? Like, tell me more.
If you saw this guy's hair, you would completely understand.
Yeah.
The story
It
is
makes-
in the mullet itself.
The secrets are in the mullet.
I'm faking. That's how we do it. Now I'm gonna eat this for damn dinner.
Why does he have this like Gollum expression and the voice too? Like, I'm gonna eat this, and I'm expecting him to like sink his teeth into the raw fish like Gollum used to do on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah, we just didn't capture that on camera.
Am I expecting too much? And he would be like, sashimi.
Wait, what was this?
The Floridaman.
I want to see the
National
budgie. No.
The-
There's like there were 3 videos. Yeah.
It's on a broccoli.
Yeah, they love broccoli. Skyden doesn't. But he's just like hanging in there with his donut up in the air.
Broccoli bed.
Yeah. This is how Noon sleeps on pizza sometimes too. To guard it, right, Noon?
He's still thinking about the fresh sashimi.
Oh.
Sashimi, I
Wait,
think. Yeah,
you
sashimi.
wanted to show us something before the budgie.
It was the wrong video, so I'm skipping past it.
Okay.
Now this is a catfish. Catfish will eat anything.
What? No, why?
So I think what really happened here, this isn't really a Florida man story, it kind of snuck its way in here because it's a catfish with crab claws. So I think it swallowed a crab, and then the crab pushed its claws out through his gills.
Okay.
That's my theory on this strange creature. Can confirm, do sleep on pizza sometimes.
Can I do my own little theory?
Sure.
that his mom was a catfish and no, not in the Facebook kind of way,
Hmm.
and his dad was a crab,
Okay, that's a possibility.
and he's just like mixed.
He's just a mutant fish with crab claws.
No, he's like mixed heritage.
The claws are, I don't know, I can't tell if the claws are moving.
Why are they poking him with that kind of shovel thing that you use for putting pizza in the oven?
I don't know.
Why do you have that on a
This
boat?
is in somebody's truck, too. This looks like
Oh, I
somebody's
thought
truck
they were a
bed.
boat. No,
It
this is
could be
like
a
a
boat.
yacht.
Alright, yeah, okay, it is a boat. You're right.
Yeah, so why do they have the pizza shovel in their boat?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing but questions. Alright, so this is where we get to Eastern Europeans and their strangeness.
Okay.
So we have Floridaman, and Eastern Europe has grandmas.
Yeah, we do have wild grandmas.
Just grabbing a sword, going out for a walk.
As you said that the marshland cheesecake eating guy, you saw him, you feel like you live with him. I saw this lady in my neighborhood. I feel like I grew up with her. It's not like my grandma specifically, but my friend's grandma, your grandma, Nessa. Yeah, Vaslui grandma. Yeah, Vaslui is like the um, Florida of Romania, but
Ah.
in terms of weapons. So you get swords for your graduation, and they kind of like their way of showing off is like beating you up. People are extremely rough there. They get extremely drunk. It's like the Russia on steroids, but like within a little city. And all the good news come from there.
And Vaslui is in Romania?
Yeah, it's on the towards the Moldovan side, so they're like half Moldovan, and they speak accordingly. They have a thick accent, and they even the married couples after they get drunk together, they battle each other with pitchforks in the garden, and they get on the news. And
Wow.
this is like their way of showing love to each other.
You see,
It's like domestic violence.
this does work towards my theory that there are other stories happening elsewhere, and it's just Floridaman is a certain collection, so it's kind of like a cryptid in itself that has common themes, and then there are, you know, very strange cultures that have their own common themes, but they're just, you know, slightly different.
But I feel like it's something the same, but yet something different. Is like how you have Bigfoot all over the world, but it's called something else. So it's like Yeti,
Yeah.
and then skunk ape and everything, but the essence is the same. So we have the same Florida man people, but just Eastern European.
Yeah. And speaking of, we'll give the German version of Floridaman. He's a big he was a big YouTuber. He's on TikTok now.
These toilet brush arrows have been.
And he makes all kinds of projectiles. Yeah. So the German version makes very strange contraptions.
Next out the concept. I present to you the toilet brush revolver. This is a 4-shot revolver. It locks in position, and if you want to rotate the barrel,
Toilet brush revolver.
you press the lever and then you spin it forward one position, and then it locks
For
in place.
all your household needs. I don't know if you are able to have firearms in Germany without having like a million European approved licenses, but they are extremely creative and arm themselves with anything that is like household and you can get from IKEA or whatever, and it's like German quality, but they make it work so that it's like scary in a way because you can die from a toilet brush, and this is not the way to appear on the news that you're stabbed by a toilet brush.
Yeah, and this guy does make all kinds of slingshots, so he uses rubber for all of his inventions. And what is it? It was called the Slingshot channel on YouTube. And there was at one point where I had seen every one of his videos because he's highly entertaining.
81 meters per second.
This is what Wismar watches on a daily basis.
To a zombie style, it would clean out the brain.
Clean out your brains.
Wow.
All right, all right. Are we ready to move to memes?
Yes, I sent you the link on Discord.
Cool.
I named it Floridaman content. It's on Dropbox.
That dude is pretty famous because he finds loopholes in German weapons laws. Yeah, that's why he was getting into slingshots, was because it allowed him to get past the German firearm laws, and he does stuff with crossbows too. Crossbows and composite bows. Anything without gunpowder to make very deadly weapons.
I posted the stream link on Nessa's server, and she took a picture of her huge TV and us blasting the and she's like, I don't have popcorn. Boo, try acorns.
Yeah, they pop very well in fire. Acorns.
No, just eat them. Don't pop them.
Oh, it's more fun to pop them.
Okay.
It's like an explosion.
Make a fire in the middle of your living room and try that.
Okay, so we got Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt in his food. Investigation reveals it was seasoning. Was it dirt or was it seasoning? We still don't know. I bet this guy is really good at solving crimes. Cup, dirt, seasoning.
Yeah,
Boy.
would you buy this?
No. I like moss, not dirt.
I see.
And
This
sawdust.
is the dirt that is shaken off of the back of the mouse.
Well, if it was sawdust, I would put it on my pizza.
I feel like being able to sell a product is key in every industry. Can I try to sell this to you? Just have a short pitch.
Okay.
This dirt is off of the back of those huge moss slabs, and it's all collected in a jar. You can use it as seasoning, but it has moss spores in it, so whenever you lay it on rocks, it will grow a moss bed.
I bet that is a delicatessen somewhere. Moss spores.
Yeah. Now, are you convinced?
Yeah. No.
Herbie Marketplace. So for some of the memes, I put a little title. If you hover over it, I made you always read the title. Just some of them have the title. I didn't have time for all of them.
It's not salt, it's sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's something green in it.
Salty sand.
Like the sand. Do it.
But yeah, this calls back to another strange news that we did about sawdust and Parmesan cheese, because Parmesan cheese has cellulose in it, which is essentially wood.
Yeah.
Essentially sawdust in our Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of Parmesan cheese here because I guess the European food laws are just no, man, don't. But I went there and I cooked with it, and I put it. I tasted it and it was interesting, and I made mushroom risotto, and then these Parmesan baked smashed potatoes. They were little potatoes, and you really enjoy them. And I made orzo, which is a rice-shaped pasta, and I put Parmesan in it. So I started putting it just about anywhere. I got addicted to it. I think it's the sawdust.
Yeah. Yeah, don't make fun of the sawdust, folks.
Yeah. Oh, and people, if you stick around towards the end of the stream, you're gonna do a little interactive search. It's like, which Florida man are you?
Oh, cool. This is Madam. This is a Wendy's. Florida man charged with assault with a deadly weapon after throwing alligator through Wendy's drive-thru. Never half-ass. Use your whole ass. Use your whole alligator ass.
Yeah, both butt cheeks. Do you alligators have butt cheeks?
No. They definitely don't have. Well, there was that one, but he was missing his tail.
So you can't have both. You can have either one or the other.
Yeah.
You can be thick with a double C or have a tail.
You know, it's really interesting how often our strange news actually come up in other conversations. Because we had the alligator with the butt in our strange news.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is what we talk about off stream too. So this is, we are like this all the time. This is not content. This is like us living.
This is Florida man dies in explosion after attempting to microwave a microwave. Was it a nuclear explosion?
I think it was like a tinier microwave, like the pocket microwave, and he put it inside the microwave to see like if he can create plasma or something. I don't know. Like a black hole. What can you create with two microwaves other than an inception?
Yeah, I wonder if he split the atom and that's how he died.
Nessa says you guys should search which Florida man ate you, looking up your day and month of birth followed by Florida man. Yeah, this is the game that we wanted to play, but I found it more like it's your birthstone. Like, which birthstone is yours based upon your date and month of birth. But we're gonna look and see like if that Florida man news that was on that day when you were born matches with your personality, and you can see it happen. And you can even write your date, one of your friends' birthday date, and we can see like if they actually match. And you can check your friends and see like if you would make like a gang out of them, or like a friend group, if they would get along.
Cryptid gang. Man arrested in Russia is accused of building a fake border with Finland 15 miles from the real one, charging migrants $11,000 to cross it. Florida man says, not bad, kid. That's an expensive toll. Border toll.
Yeah, even like for Russian people, and even for US. If you had to cross the border and they said $11,000, what would you do?
I would walk around their border.
Wrong. Throw an alligator to their drive-thru. We haven't learned anything today.
Oh, I guess I still have a ways to go.
Yeah. When the teacher becomes the student here.
Florida man caught illegally feeding wild alligator resists arrest. He's a good boy. He loves bagels. What's wrong with feeding a wild alligator? We feed
With
wild
bagels.
ducks
Yeah.
and ibis.
Yeah. I was always like, don't feed the ducks bread. And I was really, into saying it. And then I started feeding them bread because whenever I showed up with an apple, they were like, what is this bread? Do you think I'm vegan?
Yeah.
Get us some bread.
We tried
And I felt bad.
seeds, apples.
They just want the bread. It's not good for
Yeah.
them, but we eat fast food and it's not good for us either. But we want it.
They were fast food ducks.
Yeah. Especially that masked one. It was one hell of an ugly duck.
Yeah, even the grackles were having barbecue sauce in the parking lot.
Yeah, I saw these like crow-looking birds sticking their beak into this barbecue sauce cup like you get at KFC or something for your nuggies. And yeah, it was just like eating barbecue sauce. And I was like, I'm gonna buy some popcorn for them, but the only version they have is salted, slightly salted. And Wismar was like, yeah, it's fine. They were eating barbecue sauce in the parking lot. They'll be fine.
Yeah, and they enjoyed the popcorn.
Yeah. We almost made friends.
Florida man breaks into home, cooks breakfast, tells owner to go back to sleep. I'm just hungry.
Yeah, he needed a kitchen.
Oh, you got a good collection of Florida man stories.
I know, I was up late.
A Florida man was arrested for assaulting his roommate with pizza.
I wanted to put this in here because I knew maybe Noon would show up and he can tell us what's the right protocol to assault someone with a pizza. Like, what can you do? You roll it up, you
Yeah.
beat them up with the rolled thing.
Is it possible to be assaulted with a pizza?
Have you ever been assaulted with a pizza? Have you ever considered it? Are you into it? Lots of questions.
If you end up eating it, were you actually assaulted?
Do you see like what it says there? Treasure Island resident and man with little to no respect for Italian American cuisine was arrested for throwing a slice of pizza at his roommate. Oh, it was throwing it. Okay, we got the way of things. We got a protocol.
Yeah, it was just a slice.
Nessa says, "Is that Noon? Dang, he made it on the news." I'm like, "Yeah, see, Noon, you made it big."
Yeah. After you're assaulted, you just need to say thank you and eat the pizza.
No, you just like need to open your mouth and like stop just like being a kid about it. It's not bullying, it's like he is feeding you like a duck. He's like throwing stuff at your face. I was throwing bread at the ducks in the pond, and one of the pieces landed on a duck's back, and all the other ducks started circling it and like eyeing the bread, and he didn't know like what was up with him.
Why am
Like
I
why
so
he
popular
was,
all of a sudden?
yeah, like you guys hated me, and he kept circling around to see like where that bread landed. Like it couldn't be just like in water because I would see it, and he would like circle around while someone was like tailing him, like following him. Noon says, I'm somewhat of a famous adventurer. Yes, you are.
Foxboy Adventure.
It's like you can have a travel channel like Foxboy Adventure and you go around the world, try pizza, and the leftover that you can't eat, you throw at local people to see their reaction.
Yeah, instead of man on the street interviews, you just throw pizza at people.
Yeah.
So when we have katana stories, they always say samurai sword for some reason. Florida man throws samurai sword at sheriff's deputies. This is a bunch of titles. Okay, Florida man breaks into restaurant, strips naked, eats noodles, plays bongos.
So he's talented. I see. So, we need to do this Venn diagram thingy of not all katanas are samurai swords, but all samurai swords are katanas.
Yeah. He knows how to start a party. Drunk Florida man tries to use taco as ID after his car catches fire at Taco Bell. So I guess sometimes drugs, alcohol are involved in these Florida man stories.
They aren't shy. They don't make shy people. And Florida, they are just extroverted, like I have nothing to lose kind of people.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Florida man ticketed after eating pancakes in the middle of intersection.
This was like cousin with the cheesecake guy.
Yeah, that's a strange place to have a picnic, sir. Time-traveling Florida man crashes car into building because the building isn't there in 1960.
Fair point. Like, if he crashes within in the building, it won't be here even in like 2023. So technically,
He
he's
time
not
traveled.
wrong.
He time traveled. He destroyed the building.
Yeah. So if tomorrow is not there, he was right.
Florida man arrested after witnesses said he practiced karate on swans. Here we go. That was the news story.
See, it all comes back full circle.
And a sleeping duck, unfortunately. You know, I wonder if it was one of those Mohawk ducks. And I wonder if it was the Mohawk duck that called the police on him.
Yeah, they would do that. They're kind of like the Karen of ducks.
Florida man dressed as Fred Flintstone pulled over for driving a footmobile. Now that's
Where
just
did you get
that's
a
just
footmobile?
cosplaying. He built it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like on his way to a convention.
I bet.
Was a big deal. What you bet?
Illegal cosplay.
Oh.
We now know it exists. On the highway. Yeah. Where else would you drive your footmobile? On the highway.
Yeah. He was like a cross-country runner. Can you go through a drive-through with a footmobile?
You know, I bet that has been tried too. Maybe we could just search Fred Flintstone, Florida man, and see where he's been.
Can I do the honors?
Yeah, go for it. Did he yell yabba dabba doo?
I would like to. We have pictures. Okay.
Yeah, send some links.
Yeah. Wait, the images for speeding I can send. So, image. We have, I think, a video. We have the news. This is. I need to subscribe to this. This is not real. Wait, let me get something that I don't need to subscribe to. Oh, can you look it up because it's not available in my region? You are in the wrong region, sir.
It actually has wheels. What? I'm disappointed. Oh, this is just a Mini. Why would he be pulled over for driving a Mini?
Because it wasn't actually working.
He stuck his foot out and was like pushing it on the ground like a motorcycle when you get up from a
No,
stop.
it had like 4 skateboards under it. I sent you, I think, a little video thing.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just pictures or it's actually like... Oh, they got him out of the car too. So was he on his way to a convention or not?
Alright, let me see. Go back.
You know how there's this wood filament for 3D prints? He used the wood texture thing for putting on your furniture, or it's either that or duct tape. But I like the wood grain on his car. It's extremely convincing.
It could be like a wood grain vinyl. You can get that.
Yeah, but I think no one put wood grain vinyl on their car.
The footmobile is a scam. I would pull him over too. Yeah, he's scamming us.
The cop pulled him over just so he can ask, how did you build this beauty?
Near Tampa. It's even got bumpers. I mean, it's road safe.
It's not the bumpers. That's these huge rolls of stone that they used as wheels.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw the cartoon, that's how they moved it. So it's not bumpers.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it's a vinyl sticker of wood grain.
Can we appreciate the leopard print thingy, like the tiger one? Sorry,
Definitely.
tiger print. Yeah. I want that for like dining table chairs.
So he was issued a notice to appear in court and released. But what was he stopped for? Oh, and he got a picture of the policeman in the car.
I think it was stopped for pictures.
Yeah, he wanted to be taken a picture of in his driver's seat. They give a special thank you to him? What? reason for the thank you. This was done in good nature fun. I know all these stories are done in good nature fun, except for the karate ducks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see like a sequel for the Karate Ducks where they hit back to when he is sleeping.
Florida man facing 2 weeks in jail for eating evidence in court. What was the evidence? Was it tasty?
We'll never know.
Was it pizza?
We can just speculate.
Maybe it was the pizza he threw at his roommate. Florida man can't produce driver's license for police, shows them mixtape instead. Yo, these are my beats.
Yeah, I am up on Spotify, yo.
Got pulled over for reckless driving in front of a Delray Beach High School, police said, and then showed his homemade rap CD as a form of identification. Yo, this is me.
This is like Wisman Groove, or what was your DJ
Wishmaster
name?
Groove.
Yeah. There you go. Will you be showing your mixtape soon?
I unfortunately have already
Wow.
changed my name.
It doesn't matter. I want to do an extremely like 90s bad clip art cringy cover thing for your mixtape. Like I want, like how they used to do it back in the days.
Okay, I can make
With
some 90s Wishmaster Groove magic music.
neon signs and the glasses, like the line glasses and everything. And I want to be like authentic.
Yeah, and then drape some caution tape over it.
Yeah. This is gonna be so fun. It will be available for everyone as a, how is it called, wallpaper for their phone or iPad.
Yeah, and then we'll get it released on Spotify.
It will give you an opportunity to make more music. We can do decades of music, and you can be like Mozart Wismore, and we can give you one of those like puffed hair things.
Yeah,
The way,
Amadeus
yeah.
hair.
Yeah, but I want to make like the really oil painted traditional portrait of you, like you are Mozart, but you have like that bewildered look about you, that you're just like insane with a piano. And can you do like piano stuff?
Yeah.
That sounds. I want
I'm not.
classical music. I want Mozart thing, but if Mozart was from Florida.
Yeah, I'm not big into piano music, but maybe I could do something
I know,
like
like make it yours.
I can do
That's
like a
what
harpsichord.
Yeah, make it yours, make it wild.
Okay.
And I can help you with the beach rooster. I can help you with that. With the pew pews and everything. Just like let me know what I can whisper there and I'll help you with backing vocals. And I wanna do one where it's like blues, but like it's Beastie French, so it relaxes no one. And do just different covers over the years. Man, we have projects to do.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure we have them all written down.
Yeah, I'll write them down.
But yeah, I do have a bunch of retro music already.
Okay, so we can start with that, but I want you to explore like orchestra music, or I don't know which one of us will do opera better, but I bet none. Maybe
I can do a
quails.
good, like, what is it called? Baritone opera?
Okay, yeah, okay. No, you can do the Mongolian scream, the Tibetan one. No,
yeah.
No.
Tibetan throat singing.
That was like, if I listen to 5 more minutes of that, I'm just like, I don't know, out of business. Quail choir? Chore? Choir. You wanted to say choir. I think so.
Yeah, quail choir. Which is very hard to say. Quail choir.
Yeah, say that 10 times. No, we can do like a church choir, but just made out of quails. It'll be like really heavenly. Like those church choir boys that use helium balloons to hit those high notes.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, it's a video of them. You haven't seen it?
No.
Can I?
Okay. While you're use, Florida man pauses police chase to rehydrate with stolen Capri Sun. says smoking crack makes him thirsty.
Yeah, superior hydration, right?
Superior hydration after the Colombian nose candy. Oh, he was smoking it. So he had a crack.
I sent you the thing.
Okay.
It's like 16 seconds.
Whoa. You know that's actually impressive.
Yeah, but it's cool. They have them because like their voice is like almost like ready to change, and they need to hit some high notes, and it's not happening. So whenever they have like real event that they need to show up for, like coronation or something, they have these helium balloons on standby so their voice won't crack.
I almost believe you.
No, it's like legit. Please believe me. I had friends that were in a church choir, and he said like it's legit.
Either way, that's amazing.
I want to do. Wow, we can do this when I go visit you. Can we buy some helium balloons and do like a stream segment of us with helium voices?
That might take a lot.
No, it won't. You need like 3 balloons.
3 balloons. Okay, maybe just for a segment. Maybe not the whole stream.
Yeah, not the whole stream. Like for a little segment.
Yeah. I'm not sure I could go for like 2 hours on helium.
Yeah, well, can you go for 2 hours on Beastly Fringe?
No.
Can we go from one to the other and just see how many people unsubscribe?
How many unsubscribe?
Yeah.
Almost exactly. Florida man attacked during selfie with squirrel.
This is your friend when he got attacked by a squirrel.
Yeah, my friend, just strange things happen to him. It's not always him doing strange things, because when you're attacked by a squirrel and you're the only person in like 100-person crowd that gets attacked by a squirrel, it's just you.
It's like a you problem, but that's not being attacked. It's like being the chosen one.
Yes. And this is exactly what I saw. It jumped on his chest, ran down his shoulders, over his shoulders and down his back.
Contorting like the Exorcist.
Yes, and screaming.
You need to show this to him and give him like flashbacks.
I think I will.
Okay. Tell him I said hi.
Florida man leaves job at Burger King, steals all their nuggets because Fox it. Oh, that's a bag of nuggies.
Yeah. What do you say, Nun? This is a proper way to put in your how is it called? I'm quitting form. How is it called?
Resignation?
Yeah, your resignation, and still order nuggies and go home and just like deep fry them in your kitchen. And leave them out of nuggies for the day, and they have to explain like we had an employee, but like he kind of like resigned and he went back home and he stole them, and everyone will believe you in the drive-thru. That's why people throw alligators in the drive-thru.
Well, yeah, this stuff happens all the time. We don't get reasons for why they're out of nuggets or reasons why there's no milkshake, but I'm sure something happened to the milkshake machine. Something dubious.
Yeah, like they stuck the whole nozzle thing in some swamp water to see if they can make swamp milkshake.
Yeah, or they put their pet alligator in the milkshake machine to cool it off.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a superhero?
No. Wait, before I forget, you know how we drank that extremely fancy bubble tea and it was extremely aesthetic?
Mm-hmm.
I want to come up with a certain swirl with some ingredients, whatever, to make the ultimate swamp bubble tea. And I want to like pitch the idea to as many bubble tea places as we can, because they usually take requests if it's requested enough, and they make it a staple. It will have the Floridaman swamp bubble tea, and it will be like a tourist thing.
And then we can like dress up as different characters every day and go in and request it.
Yeah.
That sounds fun all on its own.
Yeah, so see, a little late every day, just like being extremely persuasive and really on it. You need to be convinced of what you're doing in life, basically. Follow your dreams, kids.
So let's see. Watch Florida man steals neighborhood's peacock. Oh, neighbor's peacock gets chased by angry birds. They're
So
coming after
angry
his
birds
friend.
are not peacocks. But this is interesting.
It looks like there are other peacocks that are mad at him.
Yeah, but it's not neighbors' peacocks. It's just like random peacocks. Why does he have a squirrel tail? This is all I'm asking.
That's the peacock. It does look like a squirrel tail.
And it did make more sense that he'll be like a furry squirrel.
And it does look kind of like he's wearing like a superhero outfit, spandex.
I see.
But he's a super villain, steals peacocks. Florida man stabs tourists despite having no arms. Yeah, I read this one.
Yeah, this is basically, how they have those motivational posts like, look at this guy's drawing and he had his arms amputated. Ooh, sad. And you can do so too, not like because you need to like cut off your arms, just because like you can do it to start your art career. And this is like the guy that I want to see on those Pinterest inspirational boards. They're just like, look at him stabbing people. He doesn't even have arms. What's your excuse?
Yes, he has, what do they call it? A capability, or what is that? I don't know. But the story of this was that he stabbed somebody with scissors using his toes.
Wow, okay. So he wasn't even standing.
Oh,
and he
handy capable. That's the term, handy capable.
I thought you wanted to say
Oops.
handicapped.
Handy capable. Florida man says he danced on patrol car in order to escape vampires.
He was playing Vampire the Masquerade and got really into it.
That could be true. Probably is. We have a lot of LARPers here. Vampire the Masquerade LARPers.
I wanna look more into it. Like, did the police ever go around to see the vampires, or they just like took this guy in and was like, okay, we are gonna get you home, buddy?
The vampires are actually standing around the vehicle, but they don't show up on camera.
True. Okay, yeah. So the footage doesn't like do this story justice.
Exactly. Florida man in tutu breaks into farmer's market to consume fruit and soda.
He's like a sloth, but just like into soda. Because like they eat fruit, they just like break into gardens and eat from their trees, and that's it. But it's like super slow. So usually by the time like morning rolls around, farmers see them and they just like take them down. But the tutu thing is a nice touch.
That's what makes it Florida man. It wouldn't be a Florida man story without the tutu.
Yeah.
Florida man steals bees because he thought they were abandoned.
This could be like a wisteria mugshot, because I always say this stuff is abandoned and I can take it home. I wanted to take home a girl that was working at the supermarket because she looked a bit abandoned.
Yeah, and the ducks.
And the ducks and the lizards and the alligator and the heron
and
the
puppies.
squirrel and the puppies and the raccoon. The possum was okay on its own. He was independent. He got emancipated early.
Wait, did I read that one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was okay. What? Florida man caught trying to smuggle dead alligator in car. If it's dead, then why did it stick its paw through?
I think this is the cover. But like, if it's dead, where is it even? You see, this is the dashboard. There's like the
It's in the hood.
air cone. Yeah, it's in like the next to the how's it called? The motor.
Yeah, laying right on top of the engine.
Yeah. Like it's getting toasty there. He's making he's making the roasted gator.
Oh, so he could hold the alligator's hand while he was driving?
That's romantic. Come on.
That's totally what was happening.
Yeah, they were like out on a date. Date gone wrong. Tinder story.
And he just wanted to keep it warm on the engine.
Oh wow. This is like a way to heat up the atmosphere within a date.
Yeah.
Take notes, people. Also, if you're really enjoying Floridaman costumes, because you can either have a katana or a tutu and there's nowhere in between, show up on the 30th on Twitch, not on here, because I'm doing a Floridaman potion. And your character, your whatever, your soul can be turned into Floridaman just like God intended it.
Yeah, this turns out this stream is just a bunch of research for our Floridaman potion event.
No, this is like a huge publicity stunt. This is like a long ad, guys. You've been watching an ad this whole time. Do you feel played? An unskippable ad for our potion stream.
Underwear-clad Florida man spends 4 hours yelling at people from Roof of Wendy's.
Everything fun happens at Wendy's or at Walmart.
That's true.
See, I feel like it was a thing of luck because we wanted to go to eat somewhere else, but it was closed. No, it wasn't closed. It was like extremely crowded or something, and it was like close to closing. And they were out of. We wanted smoked ribs, but they were out of ribs, and they're like, "You can do chicken and turkey." I'm like, "Turkey with turkey, and on top of it, the chicken." And I was like, no. And you called it right. And they were like, we're going to come back some other time. And we went through the Wendy's drive-thru. And we got the most fun night out of the entire stay that I had there. Because that was our slumber party stay. That we stayed up all night. You laugh.
Yes. About various different things. Police find nearly a dozen stolen zoo animals in Florida man's apartment.
Can I reread this the right way?
Yeah.
Police find nearly a dozen stolen and zoo animals in Wisteria's apartment.
That would happen. And they would actually have to write a Florida woman story for you.
Yeah. We need to look into Florida woman. Gender bend. Next stream that we're gonna do on YouTube will be Florida women.
Yes, we're gonna see if Florida woman exists as a cryptid.
It does.
Because if it doesn't, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, she just like covers something different, and then we can do a dating game like Florida men and Florida women.
Florida man tries to rob GameStop while wearing transparent bag on his head.
He tried.
In Georgia. He's from Georgia, I bet. People come from out of state just to be Florida man.
Yeah, well, you can do this thing in Georgia and be sane, but if you come to Florida, it's just like you're adding to the lore.
Exactly. Maybe that's what's going on.
I see a lot of people contributing to these stories, It's like an open source AI thing, but for stories.
Come on vacation to Florida and become Florida man. Florida man breaks into jail to hang with friends. And the story was he was caught and spent more time with his friends.
Yeah, but it's cute that, all the boys are locked up and you go to hang out with them. It doesn't matter that they're in jail.
Yeah.
This is what it means to be a good friend and to show up. Like, no excuses, man.
He wasn't even trying to break him out. He just wanted to hang out with him.
Yeah, just like get him in for a bit. Like he wants to talk.
Yeah, locked doors are not a thing for Florida man.
Yeah, there's no doors or walls they can hold them back.
It's not even a concept. We'll come in, bake ourselves a breakfast.
And tell you to go to sleep.
Yes.
Oh, this is what I did on my first day there because you were sleeping and I woke up and I had a call with my mom and then I made myself some breakfast and I got back in bed and I told you go back to sleep.
Minecraft legend, hello back and welcome.
Hello.
Glad to have you. We're reviewing some Floridaman stories.
This is our last meme.
Oh, it is our last meme. Florida man arrested for illegal ride on manatee. Not just a ride, but an illegal ride.
The way this picture looks, where it's just like his head sticking out and the tail, I wanted to do like a bit of a Photoshop thing so everyone can see it wasn't riding, it was just like an actual mermaid.
Yeah, it was a real mermaid.
And that's how it looks like. I made it happen.
You know, there are places here where you can actually play with the manatees and swim with the manatees, so why is it illegal to ride them? Maybe you can only do that in these protected places. But this place was like actually a breeding ground for manatees. So I don't know how they got the permit to do the swim with the manatees there. They're an endangered species.
Maybe they needed the funds and they were like, swim a bit. And it's like you are always doing that, but just like swim with some people.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't even legit. We just paid to swim with manatees and they weren't even a real business.
Yeah. You can do a lot of those things. Like we can show up to the park and say, pay $5 to feed the ducks and we can buy some bread for $1 and make extra bucks.
Yeah. Or swim with the ducks. And
Yeah.
just put up like a staircase to walk over the fence of the pond.
Yeah, and we make like our own little Disneyland, but like on the go.
Mm-hmm. Packs up quickly, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, we're just like, all over the place. Just find us anywhere.
He tried to take a ride on a manatee, then took a ride to jail. Man trying to take a ride on a manatee instead got a ride to Monroe County Jail, Florida, Friday in Isla Morada. Oh,
Can we go
he was
back
a
to
homeless
the
man.
No, can we go back to the other story where that guy tried to break in the jail to hang out with his friends? And this guy was just trying to ride the manatee and got the ride to jail. I think this one needed to ride the manatee so he can get in jail. No problem, no issues.
Yeah, that would have been way easier than trying to break in.
Break in, yeah.
All you have to do is swim around with some manatees and you're in.
Yeah,
Alright.
but like the pond that the manatees were in, that was like closest to him, actually like had a druid and a fox witch doing their scheme where they said like pay $20 to swim with the manatees. So it was like people already charging for it. He couldn't just like illegally swim.
Yeah. So you had a game ready?
Yes. Okay. Guys, people in chat, if you want to see your truest Floridaman form, write your birth date, like month and date in chat. No year necessary, and we'll look it up together and we'll start with Wismore and with me. So I'm on the 4th of September. And we just write Floridaman, and I can do this for you. So you'll just write your thing in chat, and I'll read the one that is like the closest to not having anything not YouTube friendly. Or we aren't even on Twitch. Can I do like drug stories and everything?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's see what pops up for 4th of September.
Cool. We got some dates already rolling in.
Oh, we have quite a few. Can I read a few of them?
Yeah, let me.
Florida man arrested after his baby daughter swallowed heroin.
What? Swallowed a heron?
Yeah, heroin.
Oh, heroin. I like the heron better.
Okay. So swallowed the heron. And it was like a baby. A 16th month old
That's just
daughter.
like multiple levels of tragic.
I know, I know. Floridaman twerks on traffic stop for the officers.
There we go. That's yours. That's your
No, there's
that's your
like
birth
one more.
story.
No, it's one more. Floridaman used his kitchen for a garage. What's up with that? Oh
So
no,
he parked
the
in his
event
kitchen.
started with a light challenge between a couple. Can a car fit into this kitchen? And they drove the car into the kitchen, parked his medium-sized car in the kitchen to keep it away from Hurricane Dorian. Of course, this wasn't unplanned. Aside from keeping the car safe, he also wanted to prove a point to his partner that the car could fit in this very unusual place to park. Jessica, his wife, said that the car was parked in the garage, but in order to avoid the job of cleaning all the possible mess after the hurricane, the husband proposed the idea of putting it within the house, and that's a
Yeah,
more
so it
appropriate
wouldn't
place
get
to put it in the
washed
kitchen.
away in the hurricane.
Yeah. So basically, I can't drive. I don't know how to drive. You told me that you're gonna teach me how to drive, and I feel like like driving a car, like to learn parallel parking, you can do it in the kitchen too.
Yeah, we'll do it with one of those minis.
Yeah, the mini cars, like the clown cars.
Yeah.
We can definitely both fit in it because it's like a clown car. They fit like 5 people.
All right, so
It's like a good family car.
there was another part to this game. What does it have to mean?
So I usually get 2 or 3 stories, and people in chat would see like if any of them fit my personality, and that's like my ultimate for the man form.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
could definitely
for the men,
see you
they
wanting
want
to park in the kitchen.
okay, but not the twerk on the traffic stop for the officer.
Yeah, that would be fine.
I'm like too extroverted, too introverted for that, and not that extroverted. So I feel like
I think
the kitchen parking.
you just need more time in Florida.
Yeah, but maybe
And
like
you'll be
no
twerking in the
parallel.
intersections.
Okay, no parallel parking next to the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do you wanna do yours or we start with people in chat?
Let's do with people in chat. So we've got Yuliu, December 22nd.
Okay. Let's see. The first one can be read in chat and on Twitch, on YouTube, nowhere. Florida man claims bag of cocaine, meth found wrapped. Wow, this is interesting. Access denied. I'm not from there. I can't read this. I'm sorry. Everything involves a lot of private parts here. I
Maybe
think
that
this
does match.
is boo-boo. Yeah. Maybe I can read from Fox News. It's pretty international. Yeah. No, this is not okay. It's with private parts too. He has one cocaine bag and one meth bag wrapped around his pee-pee.
Wow.
And this is how police find him.
So in South Florida, there is a lot of Colombian nose candy. And it's been that way since the 80s. And during my research of our Florida Man stories, there was one guy saying Wakanda is powered by vibranium and Florida Man is powered by Colombian nose candy. But I think that's more of a South Florida thing. Because in all of the stories we did today, none of them involved cocaine.
Colombian powdered sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got another one for you, Boo Boo. A Florida man violently punches gas pumps, car wash drive-through, and trees after argument with his girlfriend. So he was walking around town, doing multiple stops and punching stuff.
So we'll let you decide, Julio. Does this describe you?
The punching one or the powder sugar around the pee-pee, kind of like a nice nest.
We'll let
Oh.
Julio decide.
Come on, little hawk, decide. Okay, so we take the next one.
Yeah.
6th of June.
From
With,
Minecraft Legend.
Oh, this is hot. Floridaman charged with pouring ketchup on his girlfriend.
You can get charged for that?
Apparently. You want to read a bit of the news? Like, what's up?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, it actually opens. Amazing. A Florida man is facing a misdemeanor charge for allegedly pouring ketchup on his girlfriend while she slept. Oh, this is like the sleeping ducks, but worse. Is facing a first-degree misdemeanor domestic battery charge for the encounter that took place last Sunday, according to an arrest report. His girlfriend of 11 years told investigators she woke up in the middle of the night to find him pouring ketchup on her and cursing at her. He denied allegations and says that the report says there was ketchup on his pants. Okay, the court records show him has entered a guilty plea, and he also was ordered to not contact the girl again.
Oh, that's okay. What else we got?
This is one way to break up.
Yeah, using ketchup.
A Florida man throws a baby at the deputies after high-speed chase.
Yikes.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what else. Florida man allegedly stole pool floats from homes to stop himself from beating his girlfriend. I don't know how that could be a thing.
You put the pool floats on your hands, and then like you can just wallop on people with pool floats, like boxing gloves, but there's pool
They were
noodles.
like they were pool floaties like the wingies.
Oh, okay.
He said that he found around a dozen of them, like the pairs, and he put them around his hands so he wouldn't start beating up his girlfriend. And he was just like walking like the Michelin guy.
Yeah. So he's trying to. Okay, I won't make any excuses for him.
This is some sort of like anger management.
It does not work.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is 22nd of March. Also, by the way, happy birthday. I told you on your birthday is like 3 days past, but happy birthday, best child.
So, Minecraft Legend, do any of those seem to fit?
Yeah.
I think they have to do with violence. Are you an angry person? Or did this just miss entirely? Okay, yes, on to March 22nd.
Okay. Florida man shoved woman aside to get at her egg rolls. Okay. Let's see.
But there was a pizza underneath those egg rolls.
Yeah, he thought they were like pizza rolls. Let's see what the police has to say. A Florida man was arrested for pushing a woman when she refused to let him in the house to eat egg rolls.
Wow.
Investigators tell that he was slightly inebriated and wanted to come in and eat egg rolls. She was not into it. He insistently rang the doorbell. I do wonder, how did he know that she was doing egg rolls? Because egg rolls aren't exactly a dish that smells. So the smell didn't bring him in. He was like seeing through the window. Someone told her, maybe she posted it on Facebook, like, look, guys, what I'm cooking. And he was like, I'm coming.
Could be.
Yeah. He shoved her aside and slammed her in the doorway. And he had to leave, but she would set the egg rolls by his car when he needed to pull out of the drive-thru because the police was there. He was taken to Santa Rosa County Jail and held on $500 bond. And that was it. Unreal. Let's hear another one.
Alright, thanks for coming, Minecraft Legend. Hope you enjoyed the content.
Yes, hope you enjoy. This is not real. This is meant to be Florida. I'm not even picking it. Florida man arrested after slapping woman with slice of pizza, deputies say. This is you.
For real?
Yeah. I feel like I can give you the link. A 39-year-old man faces domestic violence charges after deputies say he struck a woman in the face with a slice of pizza.
Wow, there's a lot of pizza assault stories with Floridaman.
Yeah, after an altercation over the discipline of their child. The victim told deputies that Alfonso, because this is his name, became angry after she disciplined someone at the residence on his bottom area, and she wanted to do the same for her, but he slapped her with the pizza over her butt.
That sounds like he's being loving.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
pizza spank.
Yeah, deputies say the victim had pizza sauce on the front of her shirt and on the collar and on the back of her pants. She also had pizza remnants in her hair and on her face, reports say. It was pizza sauce on the walls, on the ceiling, and the interior of the residence. And he told deputies that he threw the pizza slice after at the victim, but did not strike her twice. It was just once.
Yeah, I think.
And he was placed under arrest for simply battery, domestic violence, and transported to the Marion County Jail.
Floridaman does have a problem with consent.
Okay.
crossing boundaries, all kinds of them.
Wow. And we have one more. Floridaman asks sheriff's office to test his meth for authenticity because he wanted to know if he got the real deal.
Wow. Because if he didn't, then he would have his dealer arrested.
He was worried that the recent purchase wasn't what it was supposed to be, and he showed up to the sheriff's office and asked if they could test it. He tried to the sheriff's office actually did the test and took everything away from him. It was really not meth at all. So he can't be arrested, but he did show up there because this is what you do when you're in doubt. You try to seek people that would have the knowledge, but this is wild.
I think some of these could actually be pranks. I mean, he could still get arrested and there's still a news story, but it could have been a prank showing up with crystal candy and saying, hey, can you test this?
Wow. And Floridaman wrecks liquor store and blames it on caterpillar. Which
Ooh.
caterpillar, you might ask? That one caterpillar that we all know.
Yes, tell us about the caterpillar.
Okay, let's see. The mugshots here are just amazing. I want to read the whole thing. It doesn't tell me anything about the story. It just says crime reports are getting, like an everyday thing. It's Friday, so if you haven't already indulged in the madness that is the Floridaman challenge, this is now the perfect time. And I don't know, it was actually a challenge. He wanted to appear on the news.
And he did it with a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Story. Okay, well that was fun.
No, we need to do yours.
All right, February 23rd. So this is Floridaman astrology.
Okay, yeah. Guys, I know that not everyone is into astrology, but I hope that everyone is into Floridaman astrology. We need to do birth charts, but with Floridaman. Okay, this might be you. Floridaman makes ghostly guitar from his metalhead uncle's skeleton, or did he? This is if he did or not.
Wait, I think I heard something about a skeleton.
Yeah, so there's a guy in Tampa who claims he built a guitar using the remains of his dead uncle.
Oh, wow.
the Florida man goes by the name of Prince Midnight, and he's a self-described metal musician influencer whose real name might be Iago Anax. Okay, and created a fully functioning electric guitar using the bones of his long dead uncle, including the rib cage. So the whole guitar thing, like the guitar body, is a rib cage, backbone, and pelvic bones. And I have a picture.
Okay.
I can send you like the entire link because I can't grab the picture because it's Facebook.
Sure.
Okay.
And Blessed Child says, I think Florida just needs a hero fox boy to prevent any pizza accidents from happening. Because you're going to eat them all.
Gotta go, but lovely hanging out with you too. I'm glad to have you here, and now you heard your Floridaman counterpart.
Yeah, and we'll be wrapping it up soon.
Yeah, we are just gonna read this a bit, and you can show the picture while I do read the thing. This guy said that his uncle Philip died in a car crash in the 90s in Greece. He was only 28. The body was originally donated to a local college, but returned to the family 2 years later. And he thought that the remains could be turned into a ghoulish guitar, and it was like a fitting tribute. So he's like a DIYer too.
Yeah, it was done in
Like,
loving memory, but it just
yeah.
happened to be illegal.
But it's like a functioning guitar, though. That's impressive, and it's impressive because don't you need the whole body of a guitar to be like a box so it can like reverberate and everything?
Well, not if it's electric.
Okay, yeah, true.
And I think he's wearing a wig.
Are you jealous of his hair?
No, maybe.
A bit.
Yeah, nice wild hair.
We have another one. Floridaman accused of stealing crossbow by stuffing it down his pants.
Those are impressive sized pants.
Yeah. He entering the video. Oh, we have a video of it. After turning the corner with the compound bow and proceeded to conceal it with his clothing. Durant, this guy's name, basically, then walked out of the store undetected. Oh, he got away with it. We have the video too. This is wild. I want to see like if it's worth it. I have ads playing. Amazing. Oh wow. Yeah, this is like worth seeing. I'll send you the link. And while you pull that up, I can read the next one. I sent it.
So you want to play the video?
Oh, yeah.
An unusual theft caught on camera in Brevard County. Deputies say the suspect tried to steal a crossbow by stuffing it down his pants.
You know, his pants aren't as impressive as I had imagined. Oh, they can't see it. Let me see if I can pop this out. There we go. So everybody can see the pants in question.
Theft caught on camera in Brevard County. Deputies say the suspect tried to steal a crossbow by stuffing it down his pants. Sheriff Wayne Ivey.
You know, crossbows aren't cheap. That's several $100s.
Yeah, so like he doesn't steal candy bars.
Shared this surveillance video on his Facebook page. He says it all happened at a True Value store in Mims earlier this month. Investigators say Darren Durant was able to make it out of the store, but was arrested a few days later.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We did check, and Durant is currently locked up in Seminole County on a separate burglary charge. However, Sheriff Ivey says he will eventually face felony charges in Brevard County. An unusual.
Okay.
The next one would be Floridaman shaves half of his beard for driver's license. I sent you pictures. He had quite the beard.
Okay. Yeah, these don't sound too far off from me. I can appreciate a good crossbow and also a good joke to be immortalized on your driver's license.
Let Let's get one more, then we can decide. Okay, we can get some explaining on this. So, Florida man dies after contracting brain-eating infection from running sinuses with rinsing sinuses with tap water.
Ooh, I have done that.
You rinse your sinuses with tap water.
At one point in time, I did.
You can contract brain-eating infection.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Yeah. So it's not like a common thing. It's just like a once in a lifetime thing.
Just some bad luck. But tap
yeah.
water isn't always clean.
Isn't always clean.
Yeah, you can't trust tap water.
Okay.
That's why I have a filter.
But you get your water from the tap.
Yeah, and that's why I have a monstrous filter to filter it all out.
Does it filter, I don't know, like microbes too? Or like viruses?
I think viruses, it would not, because those are super tiny.
Okay.
But it does a lot of different compounds.
Virus-flavored water.
Yeah.
So there we have it. We have the crossbow stuffing in the pants. We have the guy who died from brain thing. And then we have the ghostly guitar.
He's got a pretty good beard. I can appreciate the beard too.
Oh, and the beard. Okay. Which one are you then?
I guess I'm the beard.
You're the beard?
Yeah.
But why does he look more pasty on one side of the face than the other?
You're right, it's like he got half of a tan too.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know that the beard changes you a lot, but I guess it doesn't change your skin tone.
I think he was having more fun than just the beard. I think he applied sunscreen to half of his face for a week.
Can't you see that the pastier side has like a thicker brow too, like a Sharpie one?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a little dolphin. He looks like a completely different person on the right. But do you see that it's like one driver's license and then he renewed it because he looks older and a bit thinner? So like he did this multiple times.
Yeah, and he did it just like the first time.
Yeah.
He's consistent with his ID.
You know, this is like what we like. He picked a style when he was young enough and he's sticking to it. He's not all the, oh, this is a trend.
Well, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Exploring the Florida Man phenomenon. Doing our Florida Man astrology game. Checking out the memes. Hanging out with chat.
It was good YouTube content, so we can diversify from the art thing, but on Twitch we still do the good old streams that you know. And we are preparing ourselves for the Floridaman potion.
Yeah, so that is... What day did we say?
The 30th.
The 30th of March. And when is our next Twitch stream going to be?
Wait. Hopefully on the 28th, if not for sure on the 30th.
Okay, cool. Blessed Child had fun.
Everyone had fun. I'm glad. It was super fun having you guys here. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, and I'm still getting used to the YouTube stuff, but we'll be doing more, and we'll get a lot smoother and more fun to be had here on YouTube too.
Okay, so we can do redeems here, but save Wisteria from an alligator or something, and we'll see you guys real soon.
All right, take care. Catch you out in the wild.